Thank you for joining me today. My name is Julia Leary. I use she, her pronouns, and I am a career advisor with the Experiential Learning Hub at the University of Guelph. Today we'll be talking about coffee chats, also known as informational interviews. I would like to begin with the Territorial Acknowledgement. It is with great respect that the Experiential Learning Hub acknowledges that the University of Guelph resides on the ancestral lands of the Attawandaron people and the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We uphold the significance of the Dish with One Spoon Covenant and the continuing relationship our Indigenous neighbours have with this land. We recognize that today this gathering place is home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples, and acknowledging them reminds us of our relationships to this land where we learn and work. After this webinar, you should understand what an informational interview is and why they are one of the best forms of career exploration, how to prepare for an informational interview, technical considerations for virtual meetings, and how to follow up after your meeting. Take a moment now and think about if you've ever had a conversation, either formal or informal, with someone about their job or career. Many people have done informational interviewing without even realizing it. If you're not familiar with traditional informational interviewing or coffee chats, it is basically talking to people who are doing work that you think you might like to do, working for a company you're interested in, or working in an environment or industry you are drawn to. The purpose of this meeting is to find out if your interests, skills, personality, and work preferences could be a good match for that occupation, assess your fit within a given field, or to find organizations and industries that align with your values or the challenges and problems you'd like to work on. It is important to remember that informational interviews are not a sneaky way to get a job interview, ask for a job, or submit your resume. Be honorable with your intentions. To find people with whom you'd like to have an informational interview, start with what's easy. Talk to people you already know, like friends, family members, classmates, coworkers. Even if they can't help you directly, they might know someone who can and can give you a warm introduction. You can also use social media as a research tool to find and connect with people of interest. Get creative and think outside the box. If you are reading articles or blogs, listening to podcasts, keeping up with alumni publications, following professional associations, attending virtual conferences, info sessions, or webinars, these are people you might connect with. Not to mention, engaging in these types of activities will give you valuable career information and insights themselves. Another great tip is to join the University of Guelph's alumni page on LinkedIn and then search for people who have graduated from your program. Not only is this a great way to connect with people, but you already have U of G as a shared connection. Take a moment now to brainstorm. Write down for yourself 3 people you could potentially reach out to this week. Once you have found someone you'd like to connect with, take the time to find out all you can about them and their career and the industry they work in using the ideas on this slide. This will help you answer your basic questions and allow you to engage in a more meaningful and in-depth conversation. Plus, you may impress them with your knowledge and level of preparedness. If you would like to explore LinkedIn profiles without people getting a notification, you can follow the instructions on this slide. Private mode on LinkedIn can easily be turned on and off as you wish. Here is a sample template you can use to guide writing that first connection email. It includes a quick introduction, a personalized reason you are reaching out to this person, and a direct and clear request. Keeping these types of notes concise, precise, and personalized is the key to a high response rate. Now it's time to come up with a list of questions you'd like to ask, and there are many possibilities. Keep your questions open-ended, as questions that generate a yes or no response won't be as good at generating conversation. Take a moment to think about a question you'd like to ask that could help you clarify your career direction. Just like an in-person meeting, it is important to respect this person's time virtually. Be on time for your interview and stick to the time frame that you agreed upon. 20 to 30 minutes is typical for an initial coffee chat. Ahead of time, prepare a brief introduction as a way to start your coffee chat. This intro might be similar to how you would answer the common interview question, "Tell me about yourself." Even though you are interviewing an expert, it is your job to take the lead in this meeting you arranged. Be prepared to say a little bit about yourself and then let them know you have prepared some questions. Sometimes informational interviews take on a life of their own. It's your responsibility to decide if you like the unexpected places the conversation is going, or if you'd like to gently redirect things back to your questions. Either way, be flexible and enjoy the conversation. And don't forget to take notes. Choose a platform for your meeting, or ask what your interviewee prefers. If you've never used that platform before, take some time to familiarize yourself with it by doing a trial meeting with a friend or family member. Ensure that your camera, mic, and speakers are turned on and working as they should. Keep in mind that the positioning of your camera is important. Have your camera level with your face. Prop it up with a stack of books or a box if needed, and be close enough that your face fills most of the screen. To make the best impression for your professional brand, choose the location in your home carefully. Treat this as you would a job interview. Make sure that the background is clean and uncluttered, that the room is well lit but free of glare, and that there are no background noises or distractions to the extent that you can control. Your manner of dress for this occasion should be crisp, clean, and professional. On camera, solid colors work best, while some fine stripes and patterns may strobe. Dangly jewelry may also be distracting on camera. Remember to speak clearly and confidently. Once your interview is done and you pat yourself on the back, take some time to reflect on what went well and what you might change for next time. Getting in the habit of this sort of self-reflection is a fantastic way to improve your skills and gain insights. Remember to follow up with a sincere and personalized thank you note. This will help your interviewee to feel helpful and appreciated, making them more likely to help others down the road. This isn't the end of your professional relationship with your interviewee. Keep your connection alive by integrating them as part of your network. You can connect with them on LinkedIn or send them periodic emails with progress updates, holiday greetings, or interesting articles. Here is a sample of what a follow-up email or message might look like. Now that you know more about virtual informational interviews, take a moment to self-reflect and set some goals by pausing this video and answering the questions on the screen. You can print or save this checklist to help you plan your next coffee chat. Take note of how to connect with Career Services for further information and support. We are here to help you virtually with a variety of webinars and individual appointments. Thank you for completing our webinar on virtual informational interviews.